The reminiscence for years such as 2014, 2015, and even 2016 over on TikTok makes sense when you factor in how utterly boring and lifeless life in of itself is becoming. Almost anything and everything you do nowadays is labeled as cringe. Oh my god, like imagine taking yourself so seriously. Like imagine having a personality. Ew, I could never. People are afraid of whimsy joy, like that one person on Twitter waffling on about strangers wearing pimple patches outside of the house as if that concerns anybody, especially when you consider the global events that are currently happening right now. Listen, I get those pimple sticker things are amazing, but can we make a deal that they stay at home? Sure, Katie, I will make sure just for you that the depressing, never-ending acne that I have to put up with constantly is put on display just for you, sweetheart. But that in of itself is amongst so many things people get mad and ass angry about every other day. There are many aspects about 2014 people seem to miss, such as the Tumblr era where it felt as though your creativity mattered, that it wasn't censored and just boiled down to cringe or you're doing too much. 2014 Instagram was all about posting whatever and whenever. There were no time constraints on when the perfect time to upload was over on Instagram, and there also wasn't any parameters on what you uploaded. Meaning, people are so obsessed with having such a high like count on their Instagram photos that they're almost completely devoiding themselves of themselves, if that makes sense. Drama queen, it really sounds like you're waffling on at the moment, babes. But no, seriously guys, we used to post our yummy Subway sandwiches, our new pair of shoes that we've been wanting for so many years because they're just so cool. I mean, look at these shoes. But today, Instagram is nothing like how it used to be back in 2014. It's pretty much just all about people posting their most perfect 4K Ultra HD headshots and nothing that they have interests in. And that doesn't go for everybody, of course, but it's most certainly not popular to be posting anything about yourselves other than how pretty and perfect and skinny you are. There's also that aspect where people are trying to be as nonchalant and mysterious as possible in an attempt to seem cool. And how could I forget, 2014 YouTube was such like a completely different landscape to how it is today. People used to be so expressive, showing their personalities unapologetically, because if you don't like me, go shove it! No, but seriously, there kind of are parameters of what type of person you need to be to succeed in the landscape of YouTube. You have to look one way. You have to have the personality type of this person. You have to try and be like the most popular YouTuber at the moment. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Who said that? Remember when we were always told, do not let those negative thoughts win? Well, it seems like that's all people are doing today. And yes, I know it sounds like I'm an angry boomer just on a rant about how the past used to be so good and now it's all shit. But many people, just like myself, have pretty good of a reason to have a concern currently. People's creativity is dwindling and dying because we have to fit ourselves inside of one box. I miss 2014 YouTube when randomized challenges were popular. I don't know, it was low-key so fun. YouTube just feels more boring these days. Could this all just be us being nostalgic over a time where it seemed everything was fun and creative and awesome even? There were a plethora of problems around the 2014 time. And in the context of talking about social media in of itself, I mean, Tumblr had a full-blown pro-ana problem. Mental illnesses were glorified on the 9th degree. Like, it almost was as if back in 2014, if you didn't have a mental health issue, then you weren't as cool as everybody else. You weren't hashtag Tumblr grunge. And obviously that doesn't speak for everybody over on Tumblr back during that time, because it was pretty much a very loud minority who said those things. Because I mean, imagine just going up to somebody and being like, oh, you're not depressed? Oh my God, you're so uncool, dude. Like, imagine getting out of bed every single day and just being okay with your life. Like, you actually like yourself and you love yourself. Ah! And not to mention the fact that YouTube had its own plethora of problems with the platform itself. Maybe because we're older, we can now appreciate that time for what it was. Or maybe we are so bored that we are waiting for such an impactful cultural moment like 2014, 2015, 2016 was to social media. But it's not just us, because Gen Alpha are idolizing those eras as well. So let's actually take a page out of the book that was of 2014. And I just want to give you guys a preface of today's video. It's going to be a lot. It's not going to be completely authentic to a 2014 day out of my books, because I was only 13 at the time with a lot of mental health issues. Tomorrow, we're saying goodbye to this. Hope that didn't crack, is not going to be used. There is going to be no TikTok. There really isn't going to be a need to watch Instagram reels either. We're going to go do some fun things and take some artsy photos. So why don't we go do that? So I got up at around 6:50, and what time is it right now? It's currently 9:50. It's been exactly 3 hours. So I've already had my morning coffee. I already exercised. Did I have breakfast? No, because it makes me feel sick in the morning. I'm not trying to be hashtag skinny. No, I'm just trying to not feel like shit. So we have a few rules for today. The first one being, I'm not allowed to use my phone. I am not allowed to use my 16. We have to go all the way back to the 6. Now, I have this currently plugged in my shorts. I have a battery pack attached to this because the battery health on this, I'm just gonna show you guys, it's pretty bad. Can you guys see that? It's at 78%, which means that anytime that I'm to use this unplugged from a charger, it dies really fast. We're also not allowed to use any apps that weren't around in 2014, so that means no TikTok whatsoever. Now, that's not exactly a loss to my life, because I have been kind of detoxing myself from that app as of a couple of months ago because it sucks. So I currently only have Tumblr, Visco, Pinterest, and Instagram. And for this video today, I made completely new Tumblr and Instagram accounts that have usernames that are like 2014, for example. Take this dark aesthetic grungy name and pair it with another dark aesthetic grungy name. So in stepping back into a day from 2014, it's not exactly going to be truly authentic to me, as I was 13 in 2014. I was very depressed, very isolated. Like, I literally did not want to leave my bedroom. If there wasn't gonna be Bring Me the Horizon or Bullet for My Valentine downstairs, like, just don't fucking talk to me. But what I do have is I do have pictures from 2015 through to 2016 where I was trying to be a Tumblr girl because I thought I was so cool. And very fun fact, I have had this choker since 2016. I know, like, this has the first strain of COVID on it. And look, this may be a bit crazy to admit right now, but sometimes I will get rashes from my neck from constantly wearing it. It's really gross. It's almost been 10 years, don't hate me for that, but I can't even tell you that I take it off when I shower. I wash it. That's about it. So before we get ready for today, I'm gonna go downstairs and make an iced coffee because, darling, I only had like 6 hours worth of sleep because I can't seem to get to sleep at the moment. I don't know why, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. Now, it can't be a proper day in 2014 if I don't take an aesthetic Instagram pic. Oh my god. So naturally it's time for us to get ready, right? We need to choose an outfit for today. We need to do our makeup for today. You're not supposed to brush your teeth straight after you have a coffee, but I know I'm gonna forget to brush my teeth, so I don't want to go back to those times where I went a week and a half not brushing my teeth, because it's not that I forgot, I was just very, very sad. But that's besides the point, and I'm waffling at that. So today's plans, I really want to go into Victoria's Secret because I haven't gone in a long time, and maybe I could snag a really good bra. Can you believe that is 11 years ago? Like, I'm gonna be 24 this year! I really don't want to age. Like, it's not even because of wrinkles or anything. I could give less of a fuck. I mean, do you think I care right now? Look at all this. It's kind of just the fact that as you age and as you get older, people are really weird about older people clinging on to the past or holding on to the past. Like, I'm sorry that it makes me comfortable. I'm sorry that that was the last time I was truly fucking happy. Okay, we really gotta shut the hell up and find an outfit now, because we'll be standing here for days, love. Black, not black, 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 black. Okay, so definitely this. This better fit my arms, dude, or else I'm gonna make it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've got ripped skinny jeans. No, we're not here for that. We're not here for you. Wait, these it? Found him. So the theme for today is going to be Tumblr grunge. So I've got my belt here, I've got some fishnets, I've got the alien tee and the ripped skinny jeans. So let's get these on so we can start on the makeup and then get going. Dude, why are you looking? Get back! Ew! No, because nobody talks about how hard it is to take an aesthetic shot. Like, this took me legitimately 5 minutes. So I found the makeup look that I want to recreate because it looks like this girl is wearing a similar shirt to me. It's crazy that I'm doing this video today because I feel like this would have just been everything I would have done had I been a bit of an older teenager in 2014. Not so mentally ill, because I lost so much of my teenage years to mental illnesses, and it really does suck because, you know, in a way doing this does feel inauthentic to me, because at the time I wasn't doing any of this stuff. Was I doing makeup? Was I taking selfies? Yeah, but it was nothing as cool as this, and I always envied those and idolized those who were able to just be themselves. And it took me so many years not only just to accept myself, but be okay with the fact that, like, not everyone's gonna fucking like you. I struggle so bad with my acne, and for some reason I feel like I have to apologize that my skin isn't as perfect as it looks when I put good makeup on, and it just sucks that no matter what I do, I can't get rid of it. So instead of obsessing over what stupid ass skincare product I can buy next that most certainly won't help my hormone levels, which is the reason that my acne is so bad, words said by my doctor, by the way, I just live with it because it's something that everybody else around the world has to put up with as well. And it doesn't make me a bad person because I got a pepperoni pizza face. I'm cool. I'm great. You want to know something really funny? Back when I was watching makeup tutorials on YouTube religiously from like 2015, 2016, 2017, I always used to hear these YouTubers say, let the skin oxidize with the foundation and the concealer on before you apply powder. And I always do that. But what the fuck is oxidized? What does that mean? You're embarrassing. You embarrassing bitch, Caitlin. The times that I have posted to social media with less makeup or no makeup on, people are always like, oh my god, Caitlin, you look so different. You don't even look like the same person. Yeah, babe, that is the entire point. I really don't want to be having this kind of present acne every single day. Yes, makeup can make it worse sometimes, but I want to look different sometimes, and that's fine. This has been my favorite fucking liquid eyeliner ever since I can remember. I don't even know when I started using this. That is how long I've been using this for. Many years. With eyeliner, I always tend to go too big without even realizing it. And look, I love me some big eyeliner, but this look is not involved in that today. This feels really weird. I'm not wearing any lashes today. And whenever I do my makeup, I always gotta pop on a lash. You guys know that. The closer I am to the sky, I don't actually have anything to end that off with. I'm really not used to this toned down kind of style of makeup that I did like many years ago, because I feel like it just doesn't scream me. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, and it's kind of tripping me out a little bit, so shit. Well, it only makes sense to take some selfies and put them on Tumblr and Instagram, so let's go and do that. I found an extremely well lit part of my room, so I guess this could do. See, the tip is to have so much angst in your soul that you live, eat, and breathe Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. That is your entire personality from now on, okay? Okay, now we choose the best ones out of these. I look so fucking weird right now, and I know people are gonna be like, you're fishing, you look really pretty. Cause I agree, I do look kind of pretty right now. It's just like, where are my big lashes, babes? Where's the black lipstick, babes? Where is the winged eyeliner, babes? Okay, I think it's time to tell my boyfriend that I'm hungry, that I'm ready to leave, that I want to go into Victoria's Secret. Wait, is there a Lush at Chadstone? Fuck, I don't remember. I don't know. We'll find out. 2014 on social media was so much different to what we see today. We see so many rage baiters. We don't see as many cool and creative and fun challenges that people used to partake in on YouTube, such as the Ice Bucket Challenge. And even then, that was for a good cause. And over on Drama Queen, I have spoken extensively about so many dangerous and harmful challenges to come out of TikTok over the years. Back in 2014, of course there was sort of an aspect where people were performing, right? Because people were trying to make their pictures look as cool as possible. But most people weren't. Most people were just taking photos of things that they liked or whenever they felt cool. Something that we don't really have today, because it's either defined as cringe, you're doing too much, oh, you gotta stay nonchalant and so unserious and mysterious, and I don't like that. I don't like where we are heading on social media, because everything just feels so uncreative, uninspired, like the soul has been sucked out of people in general. But first, let me take a selfie. So we've just arrived at Chadstone and now we're trying to find a parking space. I'm really hungry, so I'm going to go eat first before I do anything.
I don't want to follow this guy.
So we're currently waiting for our food at TGI's because really, where else are we gonna eat? I am very picky, and by picky I mean I got chicken tenders and fries and coleslaw and barbecue sauce. I used to love getting bath bombs all the time and posting them to all my 10 friends on Snapchat. Like, what a time. I didn't care whether people would find me cringe for posting a bath bomb. I was just sharing moments because I found them to be fun. It's almost as if romanticizing small bits of life is what makes shit all the more fun. But OMG, Victoria's Secret, oh my god, peonies, bras, so aesthetic. Victoria's Secret body sprays will forever have a chokehold on me, even if the smell only lasts 10 seconds, okay? My very first ones were Aqua Kiss and Amber Romance. I still even have the bottles with the spray in them because nostalgia, am I right, girls? I love this scent too. These are new. I don't have any of these, but I am pretty sure I bought Hailey one for Christmas. I don't remember because my memory is shit. So the feel in that Victoria's Secret, I mean, have they really changed from 2014 besides maybe the designs? I feel like this year they kind of, well, not this year, but 2024, they kind of brought it back with, you know, some more cuntier designs and whatnot, because I swear we were just like kind of falling off in that department. There is not a whole lot of shops from 2014 that were in the mall that we were just in. I mean, the closest thing that you could get is Lush and Victoria's Secret, but even then Lush has changed so much. Victoria's Secret, I would have to say, is probably the only shop within Chadstone that still gives that 2014 feeling and vibe. All the women in there are so lovely. Just got back home. I got so many compliments on my hair today, and when I was in Lush there was this woman at the front who was checking me out for the mask of Magnamenti. She was like, microbangs suit your face shape so much, and I was like I do it for the girls, I do it for the girls. I also was complimented heaps on this phone case as well, which is like so interesting how phone cases, for example, and by the way, just really quick, not using this all day besides to like pay for things is kind of insane, because I haven't answered any of my text messages. By the way, if any of my family or friends are watching this, I really apologize, okay? But it's only 24 hours, so. But like I was saying, what I find so interesting about just phone cases in general nowadays is they aren't as creative as this. So I believe this is a Valfy phone case. As I can see at the bottom here, my vision isn't too good. And obviously with overconsumption, you don't really want to be consuming things that are, in the grand scheme of things, useless. So I feel like I only do really need one case for my phone, and that is to protect it if I drop it. I bought this case just from a random phone case shop in the middle of the mall. I've dropped my phone a couple of times and it's protected it, like there's no cracks or anything. The girls in Victoria's Secret had asked me where I got this from, and I was like, I really gotta be honest with you, I'm not gatekeeping, but I got this from Depop. Overall, I think that the reason I don't spend too much time in malls in general, and it is quite fitting because it was like this in 2014 for me as well. I just have bad social anxiety, so if I'm around too many people, I get this sensation of feeling trapped and nobody's going to be able to help me. Everyone's going to laugh at me if I start panicking and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I'm a lot better nowadays to where it's like I notice those triggers and those behaviors, so whenever it comes on, I'm just like, you know, I'm done with the day. I've eaten, I've gotten everything that I needed. I don't have any fancy record display, and I was going through a few of my favorite ones to play them, and then I realized I ran downstairs to my record player and I've lost the cord. This is so not 2014! The way today has gone so far has honestly been quite good. Like, I haven't been on any of my main social media accounts, not my main Instagram, not on YouTube, not on really anything that I have on social media. And so 11 years on from the year that we all idolize and we all want to go back to so bad. And I think it's interesting because when I was 13, I was cooped up in my bedroom alone constantly. You know, when you're really young, everything hits you so much harder. Like the same issues that I had when I was 13 versus today, when I'm trying to pretend like I'm all the way from back then, you know, taking a page out of 2014. It's like, you know, I was very depressed, very anxious, very, very lonely, and my life looked nothing like it does today. For example, I'm very confident in myself. I don't really give a fuck what people think about me, because at the end of the day, we're going to be 6 feet under. So I would like my life to have meant at least something. If that means doing whatever the fuck I want in life, whether that be dyeing my, like, a lot of people have told me like, this is too stark for the blonde hair, and maybe in a couple months I'll realize that and I'll be like, oh, that's fucking cringe that I did that. Who knows? Who cares in general? Like, today has really shown me that the little things in life mean so much more than just doom scrolling on the phone in bed. I can get stuck in that kind of routine, right? Where it's like, I finished everything for the day, I've done all my chores, done all my work, done this, that, and the third, and it's all done, and I have nothing but free time on my hands. So instead of before, you know, immersing myself in my interests and my hobbies like this, like, it's so insane to me that I'm doing such a different video on my channel than I've ever done before. You know, something that I've lost about myself over the years is just immersing myself in my hobbies and my interests because I like them. And if people don't like them or don't find them as interesting, that's all good, that's okay. But I think we can get stuck in the cycle of constantly needing to know what's going on social media. And it's not even necessarily about, you know, staying informed about important world events and whatnot, but just constantly scrolling to the next video on TikTok or on Instagram Reels. And so I haven't done that at all today, because not only has using the 6 not really allowed me to do that, because I don't really feel the same whenever I'm scrolling on this phone, because I'm mostly just on Tumblr at the moment. Okay, a nude just came up of somebody's. They looked great, respectfully. There is this Tumblr account called Tumblr Grunge. I missed 2014, and it's just got a lot of those style photos and stuff. It just, I don't know, it brings a lot of comfort to me, because that is exactly what I wanted to do when I was 13. Like, I always looked up to people who could just not give a fuck and live so free and be themselves in all its glory. And I feel like it hasn't been until just recently that I've kind of felt that way. And to be quite honest with you guys, I think it comes from the fact that I had almost 2 weeks off of doing YouTube. And here's the thing, right? Here is the interesting bit. I love doing YouTube with my heart, body, and soul, and my butthole. I love it. I love it so, so much. I think the problem lies where I am constantly just chronically online looking at some really niche topics that I find interesting, and I'm like, oh, I really want to talk about that. But then you can get kind of stuck in this toxic cycle where you are constantly just refreshing and looking at things, looking for the newest thing, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, she said she can't feel her face. Yeah. Right now I can't feel my heart.
No, like, seriously, this is so damn cool. You know where this is going? This is going right up here. Yes, I have... Bro, I am so sorry I had to find out like this. I think these are 2 of the best photos of me. Yes, and they are on my wall. My bestie. That's my beautiful best friend, by the way. I love her so much. Where's Hailey? Where's Hailey? Oh, hi! Hi, Hailey. Oh my god, she is so pretty. Do you guys remember these fucking earphones? They do leave this strange feeling in my ears though. Like, I do remember them getting quite warm. Is that a good thing? Should inside my ears be really warm? I might not put those back in. I am going to be listening to a little bit of Suicide Season, and I think I may do some sewing now. I got a really cool Susie Sue and the Banshees patch from this antique store. I got this dress from an op shop near me, intending to upcycle it into a cute little patch singlet moment. And what's really great is that my parents taught me how to sew when I was a kid. So not only is it something that has stuck with me throughout all of these years in helping me relax, but it also keeps me from being so overstimulated by having multiple screens on. And on top of that, it's been important for me for quite some time now to buy secondhand. It's just my only no-go zone is used undies. You can always take a cute top from the thrift and make it into your own with whatever you have. What you guys might have noticed is that the patch that I have is iron-on. Now, believe it or not, I don't own an iron or an ironing board. I know. I'm not really that fussed on crinkly clothes, if I'm being honest with you right now. So I'm just using what I have. And what I do have is a sewing needle and thread and some thimbles that my dad gave to me a couple of weeks ago. So those have really come in handy with not pricking myself because, oh my God. When I prick myself with this fucking sewing needle, I just wanna cry and die. But I ended up cutting a little bit of the fabric off from this dress because I wanted it to be a little bit of a crop moment. Done! Let's try her on. I did kind of fuck up on the stitching just here, so it is a little bit, it's pulling a bit here, but that's what happens when you do this shit on the floor. I definitely think I should add something along here, maybe just like some safety pins or something, so it zhuzhes it up a bit. But it is getting a little bit late in the day, so why don't we take off our makeup and get all comfy. Today, for the most part, was pretty damn good. It felt like a little different, and that's kind of weird to say because the only thing that's really different is I'm not doom scrolling and I'm not checking my notifications and I'm not checking and seeing and looking and finding and doing all that kind of shit, which I think sets us back so much because I've lost so much time, precious, valuable time of mine, just spent doing fuck all. And here's the thing, right? Doing fuck all in the grand scheme of things doesn't really matter, right? It's the fact that it was spent doing something so insignificant and useless and didn't add anything to my life, which is scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on Instagram Reels. And I think a key part of something that was very present back in 2014 was that, you know, it wasn't like it is on social media today. Like, for example, back then there were different like colors, different smells, different textures to life, and I feel like it kind of took a turn for the worst as soon as 2020 hit. And it's weird to say that, right? Because, you know, oh, Caitlin, that's when the pandemic hit. Of course everything changed for the worst, and for some, it changed for the better, but we see how technology today, like social media, how fast we've advanced, and oh my God, I look a mess. We see how much attention and awareness this kind of technology has taken away from people, because everyone, including myself, tends to be so overstimulated. My camera died and I'm a bad YouTuber because my spare one isn't charged right now. I'm a fucking idiot for that. But like I was saying about the screen maxing stuff, the reason I talk about it negatively on my channel whenever children are to do it, and it's not like I'm blaming kids, I'm more so trying to bring awareness to how fucking bad screen maxing makes you feel. And what exactly is that before we get into anything? Pretty much, it's whenever you're watching TV and then you open up your phone and maybe you're on your laptop as well at the same time, and there's so many noises that are drowning out any thoughts in here. Now, it may help short term, Sure, I mean, I can't necessarily say that it's ever helped me. Maybe distract me. Maybe it reminds me of whenever I'm to, have a cigarette, which I'm not having them at the moment or anymore. It kind of gives that same effect. It's like, yes, it is numbing how I'm feeling. Yes, is it drowning it out? But is it healthy for me? Absolutely not. Does it make me feel good for a couple of minutes? Sure, fuck yeah, it does. I can't really hear anything for a couple of minutes, and that to me is bliss. But at the same time, it's not helpful because I'm not thinking critically and I'm not rationalizing my thoughts. Immediately, I'm deeming all of my thoughts to be terrible and troubling, and like I'm almost scared because sometimes, right, I will get really nervous that I'm going to hurt myself again. And I haven't hurt myself like that for quite some years now, and I don't want to go back to that because I feel as though that I would be regressing in my healing, in my mental health journey and all that kind of stuff. So it's bad all around. It is especially bad for children because, at least when you're an adult, you know somewhat how to regulate your emotions. But when you're a child, you don't. And it's not exactly easy for people like parents and teachers and really any kind of parental figure, guardian or whatnot to help, right? There's a lot wrong today, and I wish I could say that we're progressing to a better future, but it's really, really, really hard to believe that. Whenever I'm to open Elon Musk's Twitter and I see racism everywhere, I see bigotry, homophobia, transphobia, and it's like, people, for some reason, want to be back in a time so fucking bad where it didn't benefit anybody. Maybe a certain subsect of person, if you know. I just don't see why everyone wants to be so angry all the time, why everyone wants to hate on everything all the time. And I think that is honestly one of the biggest reasons why people on TikTok are just begging for a simpler time back. And the last time people can really remember that was from 2014. At least if they are, a Gen Z, younger Gen Z. I am 23 currently. I'm going to be 24 in September. I just cried before off camera because it's not the type of stuff that I want to have in my videos, especially because I did tear up a little bit in one of my other videos towards the end when I was just, thanking everybody for 700,000 subscribers. As bad as it was in 2014 for me, and as bad as it was for so many people around the globe, I really don't want to minimize anybody's struggles from back then, and especially mine, of course, because they were so dark and disturbing and awful, and I would give anything to forget that period of my life, right? But the truth is you cannot run away from that kind of stuff. You cannot run away from those feelings and how you felt once. We can appreciate the fact, of course, that back then not everything was so fucking rough as it is today. Like, there's so much hate everywhere you turn to. Was there hate? Was there bitterness? Was there disgusting rage from people on the internet back in 2014? Of course there was, and you'd be silly to say that there wasn't. But it's different now. It's a lot different now, and I'm not sure how to explain it in a way where I'm not minimizing shit. Because I do see the conversation of people being like, why do you miss 2014? Or to other people, why do you miss 2014? Like, Tumblr was glorifying anorexia. Instagram was photoshopped to the max. Like, that is when Facetune really started to take off because so many people just wanted to be perfect. So many people were doing, the Kylie Jenner lip challenge and fucking up their lips by doing that. And they wanted to be as skinny. Like, it's insane. But at the same time, I feel like there has been a hit in creatives and their work and what they share out into their world because they're so afraid for some reason, and there's no need to be. Like, I'm begging for Hollywood to stop fucking remaking classics and to stop remaking films, because it's like some of them are okay, I guess. I mean, but like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you guys fucking ruined that. Don't stop. Come up with new ideas. And if anyone wants to say to me, well, Caitlin, you I don't see you writing any movies. Give me the budget, because I promise you, we need some fresh, friendly fire in the game. And it's just, you know, listening to the music that I used to today, doing the things that I idolize people on Tumblr and Instagram for today, and just living in a moment where it seemed so simple, but, you know, all of the struggles and the mental health and all of that kind of stuff, it just felt so refreshing. And I encourage everybody to unplug for a little bit, even if that means that you don't use social media for 24 hours and you just use your text messages to message your friends, or use your phone to call your mom or your dad or grandpa or something, you know? But I think we've hit a really fucking weird point with social media in our current time, where it's like, it's not inspiring. It's making me feel upset. It's making me feel outraged and awful and constantly on edge, because I'm like, dude, what kind of other fucked up shit can people say or come up with? I'm just so over it. And, you know, to end the video off here, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It is a very different kind of style video that I've ever done before on this channel. And I am so excited to do something fresh and do something new here on this channel. Don't worry, the commentary videos are never gonna go away, because truth is, I'm yapping. I've always got something to say. I feel like this video is going to be so long because all I've done is talk and spoken. But I really appreciate your existence, and I appreciate you being here and listening to the things I have got to say, because, you know, I think everyone feels a sense of nothing I say matters. It's all just going into the manosphere and the abyss of absolutely nothing. But when I do videos on this channel, I feel like it actually does mean something. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint. You guys know that I am damaged. I feel like I'm damaged goods. I feel, you know, less than. So to have people kind of look up to me feels a bit weird, because I am, you know, I'm very far from perfect. I am me. And, you know, I come with a lot of things. And, you know, if those broken pieces can't be put together and whoever is watching doesn't like it, okay, move on. Go find your perfect little person on the internet and do your thing. But please, if anything you take from my videos, stay true to yourself, immerse yourself in your interests, get back into your hobbies, do anything that is possible to make yourself happy. If you feel like there is something that is calling to your name, go for it. Please take care of yourselves, and most of all, love your fucking selves.